Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3-Day Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Ball handed off. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Now it's second down here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards to keep this drive alive.
The Hokies are on the move here. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
The game makes it second and medium. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Now, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the back now goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
They'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. but here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. He's running out of time here. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Returner choosing to field this one. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Guys up front line up. It's first down. Ball handed off. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tailback takes the handoff again. Ball carrier running through tackles. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Gets past the tackler into open space now. No shot to bring him down. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They're going to run it here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And here's the handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. Let's see what they can do this time. He hands it off from the gun. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down play coming up for this offense. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Catch made on the right side. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. The Hokies come to the line and run the hurry up. They'll run it here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with them. Defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. And the quarterback dropping back. The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. They're going to run the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking right. This one caught. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle it at the 44.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards in the first half. So really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
But they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. No problem with the PAT. The lead 14-3. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He shreds the tackle.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Hokies. No chance to catch him.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot. They can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner trying to create good field position. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Michigan offense back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Just trying to get rid of it. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Chris is trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Oh, what a move.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
The Hokies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And the wideout goes in motion. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The Hokies will line up here on first down and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. So 2 chances to score a touchdown in the red zone already. They came up short. Now it's third and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned.
Oh, and it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here's the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The old toss play, Chris, as you know, this used to be really a popular play in college football when teams ran this out of the I formation. Now in college football, you see them running out of pretty much any formation. But the key still is being able to seal the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle, to allow the back to get to the corner.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On first and 10, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Clock for the completion. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hand. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Crucial third down play after that completion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Bringing pressure. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. We'll look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. Fourth down coming up.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And with that, they regain the lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fields it just outside the goal line. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hokies will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. offense is back on the field. And they get the second half started with a running play. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the ball and heads to the left. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
Second down after that previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And he pulls in the catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Second down play coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Trying to get the throw off. Oh, that's just a throwaway there on third down. And now a fourth down play coming up.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You'd wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
They'll kick it away here. And he's brought down immediately on that one. Got a gutsy to try a return, but the coach may have preferred a fair catch. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Touchdown, Wolverines. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Going after it, not quite through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Not much on that play, brought down short.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the run here, lets it go. It's a short completion to the tight end. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Well, a great throw here by the quarterback from Virginia Tech to be able to pick up the first down. He was able to make the right read. Nice route by the receiver. Puts the ball right on the money, and they're able to move the sticks.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time with good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's inside the 15. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Motion now from the tight end. First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And the Hokies are going to cash in here in the red zone. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You call a quick out on 3rd down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Hokies. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Coach deciding to go for the 2-point conversion to tie the score right here. And he'll set up to throw. And he runs it into the end zone. That conversion will tie up this game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The back's got it. fights through a tackle. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Powers through the tackle. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
We'll try to run it with the option. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
What an extra dimension to this offense when you can pull a quarterback design run and not just pick up 5 or 6 yards, but a big gain and a touchdown. This guy is special.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. And there's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Donkeys will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The sophomore able to get home with the sack. The sack sets up second down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The tight end makes the catch downfield. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Hey, that's what you're looking for right now as an offense. Nice big chunk play like that. Moving the ball now into plus territory. Keep looking for those big plays downfield and hope to be able to get the ball into the end zone.
Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Trying to create here on the move. Freshman shows inexperience. Lucky he didn't get intercepted.
That defensive back played that route so well. Right on the receiver's hip, saw the ball, and just swatted it away.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. The Hokies looking to keep this drive moving. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? When he steps out of bounds, a solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They're going to run it. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards. So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. The lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Looking to pass here. Running out of time in the pocket. Contact as he let the ball go. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the same runner's got it again. The Wolverines pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going.
And that's going to be a 1st down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium.
42 Spider. 4.
And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
When these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. The pass rush closing in. And it's complete downfield. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a 1st down. The Hokies come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Pass hauled in inside the 15. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a first and goal. What a play. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's another interception. We're losing track. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. It's a toss play to the right. Running with purpose. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Takes the toss and heads left. Runs right over the defender. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Hand off to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are good.
Sacked on heavy pressure there.
Boy, after a huge gain on the ground, they come back and throw the football, and the quarterback's on his back. The offensive line's got to do a good job of not just with the run blocking, but taking care of their quarterback and giving him a chance to throw the ball.
Fights through the tackler. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.